Hello and welcome to Mobile Friday. Today's game is METRIA The Starlight. So I'm curious about this game. If I go down, you can see size 271.6 megabytes. Now to me that seems really small. So I'm worried that this game is going to be like last week's Honkai Star Rail, where we start it and there's going to be a huge additional download. If there's no additional download, then great. But when you look at some of these pictures, it looks like this game can't be that small. So, you and I, let's start this game together and let's see what happens. Oops, spinning. Alright, don't allow. So I'm going to hit agree. Okay, current graphics settings high, no options to change it. Weird. Let's hit top right. Settings. Graphics, resolution 1. Outline. Okay, frame rate. Shadows is all high. Depth field high, anti-aliasing. It's all on high. I'll keep it 30. Maybe later in game we'll try 60 to see if it works. Like last week we set it to I think 120 and it was struggling, so we turned it down. Oh, you got to use your finger. You can't tap these things. So resolution 1. Okay. Imagine if it's like 0.5. That'd be like half, maybe? Not too sure. There's a lot of settings here we haven't played the game to know. Language. Not a lot of choices. Hopefully yours was there. I guess let's just start and see what happens. There it is. Oh no. There is an additional download. So immediately, just like last week, no matter how good the game is, if you have to have another additional download, then it's not designed for mobile. It's designed for home play, not mobile play. So, alright, let's confirm, let's see, maybe we're going to get a video or something. Nope, we get tips. Characters, free skills. Is it not going to scroll? No, I have to do it. Alright, typical elemental tree. If someone is strong, raise your defense. Not particularly helpful. If you raise your character's level, their stats get higher. I mean, they're stretching to fill up that. Okay. Other players get XP. Two types of character. It'll be interesting how they convey that in the tutorial. Everyone has different attributes, of course. Lower enemy defense, of course. Aha, attack this guidebook. This item is rare, so think carefully before using it. Some trees, flowers, and all can be picked. Huh, so we got tools that break. And we got to go to a blacksmith before they break. So potential is stat bonus, but it's random. So if you equip gear that's the same elemental as your own character, then they do more damage. It's a match. It's a key, it says there. And that's it. No video. Sure, there's a little bit of piano playing in the background, but you know, some games use the sequence here to do like a video. When you download the app, you're actually downloading like the intro video. You watch the video, the game downloads in the background. But you can see 738.352 megabytes, which means the game is over a gigabyte in size. But you don't download that, so yeah, gotta be careful, because if your phone's got a lot of photos or videos on, you may not have the space. All I can hope is that this is the only download, unlike Star Rail last week, where we had one at the beginning and then a 12 gigabyte download at the end. Yeah. As good as the game that game is not designed for mobile. So let's do our typical one, see if this works. I actually kind of like the loading bars. I'm going to hit auto. Considering how big the screen is, the text is kind of small. I'm playing this on a Pro 14, so I'll tell you if there's a dynamic island, but as you can probably see, it's boxed. So no, there's no dynamic island issue. Straight into the fighting. Maybe not. To me, it's interesting that the game has got these black borders. It's one way to get around phone compatibility. It's one way to avoid having to deal with dynamic island at the top or the smaller screens on the SE models. I'm gonna put my thumb on the far right. doesn't do anything on the left. Okay, so we've got a place to rest our thumbs. Excellent. It makes holding the phone much more comfortable. But you can see this is full screen. Oh, got hit auto. Ah, now it's full screen. On the left here, nice little tutorial. Text on the screen's fine, but it's much better if you double it with pictures or videos or like this. The pad doesn't appear at the top or the right side, oh, that's the camera. It's bottom left, okay. Yeah. So, camera's nice and fast. I'm going to move my finger and thumb closer to the dynamic island. You can't see it, but it is on the right side. There you go. So that's the dynamic island. I didn't know it did that. So I got this video out to TV so I can see the dynamic island to see if it does get in the way. And there you go. I've never done that before. Okay. We run pretty quickly, don't we? It's a lot of loading. Tap this button to perform a normal attack. Again, lovely, there's an arrow there. Dodge to move very quickly, okay. It's a bit too minimal, perhaps. But I've played more than enough RPGs to basically understand what it's trying to tell me. I do like the look of this game. It's a bit. Add cover homes shortcuts, sure. Bag, potion, register. One. Where is this? We've got 98 potions. Well, I don't mind that. Can we explore? So I'm trying to move my thumb up close to the edge and back to the middle of the ball, but we're going to run either way. This camera's just going to take a little bit to get used to. A little bit of popping as well, considering this is a 14 Pro. I wouldn't expect there to be like grass popping in as much as it is. I do like the animation of the sword coming in and out. Now these guys do take a little bit more. Oops, I did not dodge, did I? there's no haptic feedback, there's no vibration, so it's difficult to feel when I'm being hit. The, I guess, trope of amnesia in Japanese RPGs is a little bit on point here. Hopefully they're going to make it work in terms of the story. Have they been, what's the term, isekai'd? That lady has a tail. Something's definitely up here. Yeah, there's a lot of them. These skills. Shuri, there's a little bit of slowdown there. I really should have locked on. Is that a lock on button? Where is it? There it is. It's a little difficult to focus on the other monsters because you kind of need an extra thumb for the camera. The faces may look simple, but they're really surprisingly expressive. I think something about the eyes helps here. That we're kind of able to see them, and we're able to see the eyebrows and the frowns, and like the shocked openness of them. I think it kind of helps give more emotion to the characters. There's no audio speaking, but what they're saying and their reactions in their body does match. Bit risky having a house so close with all these enemies. It's like only 42 meters away. Now this right side is gotten really quite busy. There's the dynamic island. Can I hold it? Yeah. So we've got enemies all around us. No one's attacking. I guess we can probably attack a couple of them just to see what happens. Again, I'm getting no feedback, no vibration. There's no haptics from this. That's kind of a missed opportunity, but it would be quite difficult, admittedly, to do it on a phone. These are respawning really quickly. We're getting the XP. There we go. So I guess we should just keep going. Yep, more loading. That's one of the bigger takeaways from this game, is the amount of loading. Oh no, fetch quest. No flashy quest started, just a thing on the left there. You see, got a small gather icon now. What's nice on the map, top right, we do have a cone so we can see where we're going. Something flashy, that blue thing. I'm gonna have a look at it. What? More. Now this is weird because she didn't exactly explain this, so if we missed something. But so far the game's been doing a good job in telling the story and backstory, and it's... Whoa. I was trying to move the camera and I've got it wrong. Oh, auto. I wish they would just keep it on. Yes, but where is... Wait, we've moved. The yellow dot there. What's this yellow dot? Is it just the herbs again? Yeah, sure it'll be useful. So it looks like that blue thing I was aiming for is actually her house anyway. There's just so many icons. So surprising how dense the right side is compared to the left. You have to imagine the left side is going to have something. Now you can see, tiny. It doesn't seem to be doing anything. There's like a pin. I'm wondering how we can interact with that. Maybe not yet. What's this portal? It doesn't say anything. The game's been pretty good with the tutorial and explaining what stuff is, but it's not that. Again, with the faces, there's a lot of detail, even though it's not a lot of fine detail, but you can see all their faces, and I like that. It's doing a good job. Ooh, maybe an ex-knight. A gacha? See, now they've taken me kind of out of the story. Because at no point has it hinted that this is nothing more than an RPG, but now we've got a gacha. Now how are we going to add them to our party and make it make sense in the story that's being told? Ooh, flashy. That makes sense. She's in there in the story already. Makes sense. She's a part of the story so far. 2 of them doesn't make sense. Nor does 3 of them. That makes sense. It could be that we're about to get a tutorial in leveling up companions and stuff like that. Now this is new. You can get items that you can put on your character from Tower Gacha. Okay, so there's 2 different gacha systems. Same animation. Cards, okay. So we've got 2 systems. Not now. Edit. Formation. Okay. So far that's making sense. A login bonus? Was not expecting this. And a beginner? I thought it was just going to be an RPG. I wasn't expecting this gachas and all this stuff. Oh yeah, release celebration. So this game's like a month old, if that. So, does it say when it was released? Not too long ago, basically. So we got a gift box thing. Now I didn't do any pre-registration for this game, so I'm guessing if you play the game early you get a lot of stuff. But we have the character stuff, so let's look at formation. Now let's see if there's a auto equip, because it feels like there's only 3 spaces. Yeah. Fire, water, wind perhaps. Well, the SSR seems like it's a good one, but its power is only 118, with my power on the left 179. So there's now fire, water, fire. Probably not balanced, so put her in. We've got no gear. Back. Character. What about character? Can we do auto tower? No. The weird thing is, his thing is fire, so you'd think you'd need fire. But I don't have any more fire cards. Oh no. X takes you straight out. So I assume it's better to equip same. Can I look right left? No, I've got to go back out to do anything. It's a bit of a shame you can't just scroll left and automatically get to the next character. I guess we like that. I do like the icons on the left. It's a very nice colour and very nicely done. Let's try and get some more of the story on the go. I wonder if this game has the same kind of forgetful girl that's a bit of a trope, just like we got the amnesia. Can we talk to Aru? Oh yeah. More loading. Oh my god, there's so much loading. But we haven't had any obnoxious adverts yet, so hopefully that's not going to be the case. Oh, auto. So left side, gathering tools, axe. So yes, we lose it if it goes to 0. Huh. Now, is there anything that says what the durability is at the moment? No. So it's a little frustrating because we don't know then how durable the axe is going to be. You're going to have to perhaps go in tools, axe. Yep, okay, we've got to do it this way. It feels a little bit much. We've got space at the top here. Couldn't there just be an axe with a percentage next to it? Alright. I keep catching that. Because there's so much on the right side, I gotta go up towards the middle to do the camera. If there was, remember this is Dynamic Island, if there was space at the top, if we moved the map a bit left, I could put my thumb up top. Don't want to do that. I could put my thumb up top, perhaps use that space for the camera, but at the moment, I'm going to use the middle. Oh, you see the fell? There's a green circle on it. I bet that's durability. So thankfully, it is, well, there is a visual representation. Okay, that's better. What's the videos? Collect maple wood. 10 of 10. Okay. Let's go back then. I think it's going to be a little obvious what this plot point is going to be with him. So there's no auto button now. Ooh, a fishing minigame. Let's see how this game does it. So what do we have to do? Again, there's no haptics from this. Ah, nuts. I was tapping the screen where that bar was. I wasn't tapping fish. Okay. Oh, there is an actual fish there. It's covered by the buttons. Thing is, I can't see. Why isn't that doing what I want it to do? I'm pretty sure I tapped the fish button, but the fish button is so small. There we go. You'd think that if we're not attacking, that the fish button could be bigger and everything else could perhaps go smaller in this instance when we're fishing. Oh man, again, trying to do the camera. I catch that again. No auto here either. What's happened to the auto? Those guys? Who are we looking at? Turn the camera around so we can all see it. See, now there's auto. Whoa. What was that? It's a giant shield. See, most of the time the faces do have mouths moving, but not then with Aru. And it looked very obvious that that wasn't working. Because again, the game does such a good job that it's looked really cool, even the smaller conversation pieces. What? No! Wait. I'm Lucas. Who's this Lucas? Huh? Oh, I did not do a good job there with these soldiers. Again, there's no feedback, there's no vibration on the controller, my phone, but there's also no like pushback on the character. My character gets hit, but it just still stands there. He's hungry. I was expecting that, if I'm honest. The eyes. Again, the lips stop moving. See, it works well there. Might be too powerful for them, but you weren't when you were in my team because you're the one who died. So yeah, a little bit of a mistake of the game. Let me have him in my team when obviously they need him for this part of the story. Alright, so what I'm going to do is kind of pause the game from here. So this is a really interesting game. It feels early, it does feel quite rough. Not just the pop-in with the graphics in the background, the lips move and then stop moving, but the English text is still coming. It's a lot of small details that look a little odd, and does take you out of it a little bit. But then we've got this whole gacha stuff here that's not been explained yet. It doesn't feel part of the story, so it feels like it's being tacked on. It would have been great if we had got to a point in the story where this would have made sense. Like the girl's magic. Why can't she talk about tarot cards and then it switches to the gacha. So for me, there's a little bit of where the game mechanics and the game story are kind of a little bit varying apart. As a story, it's certainly interesting. Amnesia is always a good way to build intrigue, and now you've got this mysterious character, you've got this army. It's been very quick. It also means it's very difficult to pause the game, because there's no real hint or something showing that the game is saving. And on mobile, you could just hit up and you're on the desktop, or close the phone, and has it saved? When was the last save? That's always a little worrying, especially with a game like this where it's been quick, next story beat, next story beat, next story beat. There's been no real pause, or few of them, shall we say. It kind of feels like a console game ported to phones, but it's ported better than Honkai was last week. But Honkai is still perhaps the better overall game, but that's far more polished, older game that's been patched quite more than this one has. So METRIA, I would recommend getting it. There's a lot of promise here, and you shouldn't buy a game on promise, but thankfully there's a lot already here. The initial download is frustrating, the persistent loading is very frustrating, but the story is a nice story. This is going to sound negative, but the game gives off Temco energy. Temco? No. The game gives off Chemco energy in terms of the type of RPG is. Not the big blockbuster, but something smaller with a couple of unique ideas. That's what this gives me. So it could be a nice one to have on your phone, play a little bit, get the basics, watch if a couple of patches come in that get you interested, that you're coming back to. The game has the daily login reward, and that's its way of trying to get you back in, but we don't know what any of that means. The scrolls we got, what does it mean? Again, it has introduced a gacha mechanic without introducing why there's a gacha mechanic. It's very similar to the problem games have with stores. Very often, if a game has a store where you have to pay for stuff, it introduces that store as quick as it can, and not without any context as to what the stuff in the store is worth. This game's introduced a gacha mechanic in very much the same way. It's introduced one, seemingly out of nowhere, with no explanation or in-world explanation as to why or how it all works. And we've got currencies at the top. Again, why are you showing me currencies I don't know how to get? So a part of me wonders if this was initially going to force the shop, but then perhaps the gacha came later. I'm not too sure. There's a few enigmas about this game. But that will do. So until the next Mobile Friday video, or until I see you checking out some of the other videos, playlists, or YouTube shorts, or maybe I'll see you over to Ko-fi. As a small YouTube channel, we get no money from YouTube, but with Ko-fi, we can get PayPal donations, and we have a couple of subscription tiers as well. But whenever I see you again, please take care.